Australia could soon tighten travel restrictions as fears grow with the Ebola outbreak reaching over 500 infections. Right now, 131 people have died from the deadly virus in the Democratic Republic of Congo, plus one death in Uganda.
An American doctor is among the infected and he's in Germany for treatment right now. This strain has no approved vaccines or medicines. The US has closed its borders to non-citizens who've been in the region recently, and the World Health Organization is meeting today. Joining us now is Professor Eileen Marty, Senior Advisor to the World Health Organization on their Global Outbreak Alert and Response Network. Thanks for joining us, Professor. So, what's the current advice? Does Australia need to take action?
Australia needs to be aware of anyone coming from the zone who has been in that zone for at least 21 days, because it does have a 21-day incubation period. And the borders are very porous between the Ituri region, where this seems to have begun this time, and Uganda and South Sudan. And people coming from there absolutely need to be screened. There needs to be a lot of border control.
OK, so how easy is it to get? And do you think that Australia should shut our borders to those countries like America has done?
Well, America is shutting the borders right now because we are days away from the FIFA 2026 World Cup, which encompasses Canada, Mexico, and the United States. And so we are particularly aware that we are going to have visitors from multiple nations in the world, including African nations, and we have to be very, very cautious because we know how dangerous this virus can be.
Eileen, you know better than anyone this Ebola virus and what it can do to humans. You've handled and contained the virus itself at the coalface. This is a different strain to what has been dealt with in the past. Should that be concerning?
In some ways, yes. In some ways, no. It is the Bondembuyo species. It's more than just a strain. If it were a strain, then maybe the vaccines and monoclonals might work or have some cross-reactivity. It's more. It's a bigger level of difference here. It's the Bondembuyo species, which was first described in Uganda, in Bondembuyo area, in that regional zone, and that was in 2007. We had another outbreak in 2012, and then this is the third Bondembuyo. It's so uncommon that we have not spent the money and the resources to create a vaccine for this particular species, nor do we have targeted antivirals that work against this particular species. And that's what makes it very concerning. On the flip side, the replication of the virus is less than the replication of the Zaire species of Ebola, and therefore, and the impact on the immune system is a little bit less, so that the level of sickness is a little bit less, and the case fatality rate untreated only reaches up to 40%. But it averages down to 25% with the types of treatment that we can give to sustain life. The most important thing is, because after a few days of not feeling good, you then have this massive diarrhea that messes up your electrolytes. And so we do a lot of oral rehydration to maintain these patients through their worst part of their illness.
OK, Professor, thank you very much for that update.